Hello YouTube and people of the interwebs, welcome back to this is actually the fourth video on my channel today, where I'm going to be reviewing tonight's episode of Doctor Who, Eve of the Daleks. Earlier I posted WhoTube Rewind, which is a big collab with all your favourite Doctor Who YouTubers, so you should definitely go and check that out. I've also posted my initial reaction to the episode, and a weird random one where I interviewed all my mates about the Sea Devils returning, because that's how cool I am. Anyway, we'll just jump straight into the review. So, the episode, like my main statement about the episode is it's a mixed bag. It's a confusing mixed bag. It's a mixed bag of good stuff though, which is often the pattern with Chibnall episodes. Don't get me wrong, the man has some brilliant ideas. Like, for example, it's controversial, but I do love the Timeless Child plot. That's going to have lost me a lot of credibility with people out there, but I do. I think the idea of the Ruth Doctor's cool, the Division, all these concepts are really cool, the race of the Lupari, etc. Really, really cool. But they're never executed really, really well, and that pattern just continues. Today, the premises were cool. I like the idea of a time loop caused by the TARDIS and this whole flux event thing. But at the same time, like, what even, it was so dialogue heavy, so like, oh my god, right, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. I couldn't properly follow it. Like, I still don't think I've 100% wrapped my head around the episode. That's not to say it was bad. I might just be thick. It might just be a me problem. But personally, a lot of it went far too quickly, but also far too slowly. Like, show don't tell is the main rule of writing, and Chibnall kind of keeps forgetting that. Like, don't just have Jodie stood around for 10 minutes talking about da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Show us. Show us that this is what the time loop does. That was done really well at the start of the episode. I loved how they introduced the time loop, and I would say the first 35 minutes, I don't have a problem with at all. It was really good. Genuinely engaging characters, great performance, in particular from Aisling B. It's not Jodie's best performance as the Doctor, but it's certainly solid. It's much better than I'd say she started out. I'd say she's grown a lot in the role. Mandip Gill as Yaz. Perfect, as ever. Like, I can't really flaw her, and my main hope is that they just give her more to do, which I'm going to talk about later, because that's like the big reveal of the episode. Thasmin, confirmed. Whoa. Spoilers, by the way. Sorry about that. We also have John Bishop as Dan. Great, I wouldn't say great performance. I'd say good performance from John Bishop. Here, I don't know, he didn't feel as good as Flux. It felt like he had less enthusiasm. And I can't lie, it's not his fault. But some of the lines, I could not fully understand what he was saying. It was very, very Liverpudlian. But that's just, once again, that's a me problem, not a problem with John Bishop's performance. Now, the Daleks. That's a big thing. I mean, they're in the title of the episode. Eve of the Daleks is the episode. And, it's a very difficult thing to get the Daleks spot on, and I'd say Chibnall has kind of done it a few times. Like this episode as well, the dialogue for the Daleks was so good. Like the whole, like one that stands out from Resolution is when it says like, your maximum surrender period has expired, you will be exterminated, blah. Like it's just little quips like that, which was sorely missing in the Moffat era. Yeah, they're back. And I also like how the Daleks kind of felt individual, yet as a collective. Like they had somewhat distinct dialogue. It wasn't just generic, we will kill you, ah! Like they had conversations with the characters, which is weirdly missing from a lot of Moffat stuff, and that's something Chibnall succeeds in really, really well. Daleks, yeah, I don't know, it's a mixed bag. They're good, but they're not great. Solid, better than a lot of Moffat stuff, kind of up there with RTD stuff, but yeah, not perfect. And I might as well just talk about the elephant in the room, the love story of the episode. Not Thasmin, because I'm going to tease you like the bloody episode did. We're going to talk about the other two characters. I can't remember who they are. Their little love story. It was quite nice. Nothing special. Can't lie. Don't care. Sounds a bit harsh, but they're gone and done, I assume. Maybe they'll come back. Maybe they'll pop up at the end of Jodie's run. I mean, we know Bradley Walsh's character pops up again. Probably tossing Cole alongside him because it just makes sense. But yeah, it just... Chibnall often does these sort of things where he repeats ideas throughout episodes. Like, before in Resolution, which was 3 years ago? 3 years ago on this very day, the New Year's special resolution, you get a Dalek story centred around like a couple, will they, won't they sort of scenario. They kissed at New Year's drinks, will they get together, won't they get together? Then you get this, which is a couple, will they get together, won't they get together? Like, there's a lot of sort of somewhat repeated ideas. Now, that's not to say they're majorly repeated at all, but there is quite a lot of like, oh, well, it's the same, it's Chibnall again. And I'd completely lost all impact when Jodie goes, it's the Daleks, the most deadly race on Earth. And we saw them last episode, and the episode before, and 3 episodes before. Like, we've seen them so much at this point. Just give them a break. Like, I think this is a New Who problem in general, but the Daleks never stop popping up. Now, I know there's someone in the comments there typing, it's a contractual obligation with the Terry Nation estate. Daleks have to be in every series every year. We don't know that. You don't know that. I don't know that. Maybe it's true. And if it is true, give them little cameos like they had in Flux episode 3. They don't then need to be in the finale of Flux and the direct episode afterwards. However, I did like the way they loosely tied it to Flux. You didn't need to watch Flux to understand it, but it would have helped. And yeah, they didn't just ignore it all. Yeah, pretty good. Now, speaking of not ignoring it all, Thasmin. What are my thoughts on Thasmin? Well, those of you who've watched the channel for a long time will know that I have advocated for the Doctor and Yaz to actually get into a proper relationship and properly do stuff for so long. Because it works. Even back in Arachnids in the UK, Yaz's mum says to the Doctor, like, oh, are you two seeing each other? And Jodie's like, I don't know, are we? Because the Doctor, especially the 13th Doctor, is so socially awkward, it doesn't, like, she doesn't know how to compute. Also, for people complaining, oh, but the Doctor's not a gay character, it's never been said, has it? Why can't the Doctor be gay? Also, every other New Who Doctor has kissed a female. Every other New Who Doctor has. So why can't Jodie Whittaker's Doctor also kiss a female? It makes sense, doesn't it? Like, good on her. And I can't lie, Matt Smith and River kind of got on my nerves a bit. River was just so, like, draining at points. Stephen Moffat, such a horny man, needs to calm himself down sometimes. I forgot her name then. Rose and the 10th Doctor. Rose is a bit whiny, isn't she? It's like, shut up. Shut up, Rose. Be quiet. But Yaz and 13, don't get me wrong, sometimes Jodie Whittaker's Doctor does annoy me a little bit. That's not necessarily Jodie's fault, partially the writing. But out of all the couples in New Who, I would genuinely say 13 and Yaz makes the most sense and is good. And I think it means a lot to people out there. Obviously, I can't talk from my perspective, but to a lot of people out there, I have seen on Twitter saying it means so much to them that their favourite character, the Doctor, or Yaz in this instance, is actually, like, gay, just like them. So, good representation there from the BBC. Didn't feel forced, didn't feel stupid, felt natural, and I kind of like that they are teasing it. Like, we got that moment where they very, very nearly kissed in the finale. Then we have this, and then next episode with the Sea Devils. Woo! The Sea Devils are back. Beautiful, thank you. And it will develop and develop and develop. I just hope they get some decent chemistry and decent time together, because that's the one thing the series is also lacking. The Doctor, Dan and Yaz never sit down and talk together, ever, throughout all of Flux and now. Just give them proper dialogue scenes, and don't pause the action, incorporate it in. Action, dialogue, show, don't tell. There we go, Chibnall. You can do it. I believe. We all believe at home. Comment, I believe in Chibnall. It's like I believe in fairies, but for the modern day. Thank you for watching this Doctor Who review video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Please do subscribe. Also, check out YouTube Rewind and Echo's End, our unofficial Doctor Who fan film. Oh, I need to sit down, and I'm so tired. I'm going to stop flapping my hands about. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.